Hi everyone, this is Renee from Paramount Solutions in Orlando, Florida. We are a small privately owned psychic service. I wanted to talk a little bit about Mercury Retrograde and things to look out for. We have a pretty big Mercury Retrograde that's actually, we are already in the pre-shadow phase, which actually started on October 28th of 2018. We're in the pre-shadow intensified, and we're actually going to be going into Mercury Retrograde station, which is official Mercury Retrograde, on November 16th. Through December 6th, which is when it goes direct. Post-shadow is going to last all the way through December 24th, so we're going to be dealing with Mercury Retrograde for a while and through the holiday season. So the first thing that I'm going to say is if you are ordering holiday gifts, get those orders in early because there's likely to be some issues with shipping and with just the communication between the server to your gift and to get it to the place where it needs to be. So be sure to double check on gifts and make sure that you order them with a lot of time to spare in order to get them to your loved ones that you want to give your gifts to. There are a lot of just regular things that we always say about Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is the planet that deals with communication. So we want to give you lots of tips on how to help yourself dealing with Mercury retrograde. We want you to triple check your emails and texts before pressing send. That's very important. We want you to be very clear in your communication. It's very, very important during Mercury retrograde to really make sure that you are as clear, crystal clear as possible with whatever you're meaning to say. Communication is going to be key, and that you need to, really take your time and make sure you're communicating clearly. We always recommend everybody be patient. Extra patience will help you with everything really during the holiday season, but really with our holiday season during Mercury retrograde, there's bound to be computer issues. There's bound to be things that check out lines. There's bound to be travel issues that come up. Just know that there's going to be issues like that and just be patient. We want you to think ahead and plan for chaos. Basically, if you are going to be driving somewhere for the holidays, let's say you're going to go to your mom's house, which is 3 hours away, be sure to check the air in your tires. Be sure to get your oil changed. Be sure any kind of service maintenance that you need to do in your car, make sure those are all up to snuff, because basically it's very, very common for mechanical issues to come up during Mercury retrograde. We want you to also use your creativity to get yourself out of a bind. This can actually make you really shine really good during Mercury retrograde and at work. Let's say that you know that Mercury retrograde is here and maybe not everybody else does at your work, and you notice something that's happening. This is your moment to shine. Definitely use creativity to get yourself out of whatever kind of bind it is. So that's definitely a way to make yourself look really good during Mercury retrograde, and it's also really a good way just to plan ahead for some things going wrong. So just use your creativity. We always want you to use humor when dealing with Mercury retrograde, because who are we without humor? That's important. But we want you to also be careful with your jokes, because just in case you communicate it wrong, we don't want you to get in any trouble with that. So be sure to use humor, but be careful with your jokes. It can be a little bit of a touchy time. We always want you to spend time with people who love you unconditionally. Let's just say you say the wrong thing with this person. This is somebody who does not care. They're like, that's fine. I love you anyway. So be sure to spend some time with people who love you unconditionally during Mercury retrograde. We want you to take your time, plan extra time for travel, plan extra time in your work schedule, just so you can have a little extra time during Mercury retrograde. You don't have to rush if you plan extra time. If you are thinking that you might want to communicate with your ex-husband, ex-lover, ex-friend, we're going to tell you to wait. Wait until after the Mercury retrograde. We definitely want you to wait. It's just, of all things that can go wrong, we don't want that to go wrong. So if you're going to be communicating with somebody who you've, had whatever, a relationship with, be careful during Mercury retrograde. We want you to be sensitive to other people's needs. This can also make you shine. It can make you look really good with your friends and your family and even your work, as if you are sensitive to everybody's needs. So you're going to be doing good. And always anticipate issues coming up, because there are likely to be lots of issues coming up with Mercury retrograde, especially during the holiday season. So if you have any issues with this, or if you want to talk a little bit more, just call us at 1-800-966-2294. We would love to help you. Take care and have a good night.